What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's Resurrection. Not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would have... So... It appears that Vantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously, the present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. When the Ambrosial Arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. They succeeded all right. But why would Fantilia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme. The Stellaron Hunters, we know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron Hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Vantilia. That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou...
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have... It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia, the Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan, she took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Tingyun was a puppet manipulated by I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of this. As for how matters are handled with regards to Tingyun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian kin. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place.
I understand.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
Things have come to a close for now. It's good. The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Ting Yun's. I'll go to the Palace of Astrum and meet with Yukong.
Oh, well, we had a lot of stumbles along the way, but we still managed to kick butt and save the loft. You don't sound very happy. It may seem like the Stellaron hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future. No matter how powerful they are, they can't. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole Xianzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it? Be happy. Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor. The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and can iterate and reiterate Kafka's past. So it got me thinking, if I turned the... Yup. When you're free...
Is that all? It's getting late. Where to now? I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 Lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Law Fu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Ting Yun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Ting Yun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Ting Yun, a Lord Ravage. How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise?
Madame Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Ting Yun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxy. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yen Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special...
You always did say that I like to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh, it's you. For a moment, I thought she'd return.
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Amicassator seal, a small box, looks like some kind of antique?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring...
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yen Ming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yen Ming, it's...
I remember asking her for one at the time. Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would give... Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something behind for me. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel.
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like... Could there be other things similar to what Yen Ming got?
There's nothing else. It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The sleepless...
I can't cook to save my life, But one thing I've never seen Miss Ting Yun use anything like that to defend herself. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. This bow. It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me. Alright, just kidding. Just trying to laugh. Do you know where we're supposed to take?
The Sleepless Earl.
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get when I took over this tea house from my parents. I thought I'd famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her... I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it.
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Ting Yun...
Oh, really? Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with seeing as she can't enjoy it right now. I'll have to invite all of you to...
It's getting late. Where to now?
The wafu is fan. Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more? Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum. Although it's a lot quiet, tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of great...
Spices Supreme! Check out...
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we... something from Miss Ting... Oh, what a precious... When she first ate here, I told her my motto. You can't better your own food. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Miss Ting Yun is too kind. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Ting Yun must...
Miss Ting Yun couldn't tear herself...
Really? Thank you so much. Oh, speaking of which, it was our chili...
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Ting Yun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yen Ming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague.
What brings you here? This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield. But in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun, I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the sea. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone?
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
This time, we needn't compete.
This is a gift from Miss Yensui on behalf of all the restaurants. This is the tea that Meng Ming is...
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Law Fu. The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting Yun. I will seek out the truth. And if it is discovered that you were taken from us, it is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agul.
It's getting late. Where to now?
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yen Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Luofu, there are 2 things I wish to gift the Express.
2 gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him?
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
It's getting late. Where to now?
What is your purpose for entering the seat of
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a jade abacus, a symbol back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a jade abacus. The same is true of this jade abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it no matter how astronomically distant you are. The Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yep, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Dan Heng.
General.
In accordance with the Edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may—
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you—
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or 2 of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be— The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and—
So soon. I wanted to help the gen. Also, after fighting Dan Heng, I feel like my skills are lacking somewhere. I'm worried that he still holds some grudge against me. Safe travels.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime. She was also asking after you, Dan Heng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the—
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the I've got goldfish memory. We haven't had a chance to say goodbye to everyone we've...
Fine. Dan Heng and I will go back to the Express.
Don't worry, mister.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt... Yeah, you're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark...
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Penacony. Do you remember? Before Kafka's proposal, that was our original destination. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so when the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement, abomination of Yaoshi?
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Genuine. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.